Before we continue with the rest of the video, we could use your help. Click that like button to help spread the word about watchJojo, and also be sure to subscribe and click the notification bell so you don't miss our future videos. This woman weighed 1,036 pounds, but when you see what she looks like now, your jaw will drop. At her heaviest, Mayra Rosales weighed an astonishing 1,036 pounds. Things were obviously out of control, and it would take a tragedy to force her to take action and turn her life around. You won't believe the transformation. Texas woman Rosales was, at one time, the heaviest woman in the world. Indeed, at 1,036 pounds, she was bedbound and could barely look after herself. She was also completely dependent on her family for even the most basic tasks. For example, Rosales was incapable of walking, and at over half a ton, she couldn't even lift herself up. "I used to take up a whole king-size bed," she said in an interview with ABC News. "I couldn't even stand on my feet. My legs couldn't hold my weight." Rosales was then confined to a single room in her house, and she was suffering from bed sores. There's no telling what other discomfort she must have endured during this period either, but things were about to get much worse. One day in March 2008, Rosales' 2-year-old nephew, Alicio Rosales Jr., was rushed to the hospital in La Jolla, Texas. The toddler had suffered a major injury on his head and was struggling to breathe. And tragically, the little boy soon died of his injuries. That wasn't all either. In a shocking revelation, Rosales confessed to the crime, and she was arrested and charged with the murder of her nephew. Rosales told police that she had fallen on the child after attempting to pick him up. The accident, she said, had led to the toddler's death. The trial began, and the media was naturally quick to pick up the story. National debates raged about the fact that because of her weight, Rosales was allowed to stay at home during court proceedings. But despite her confession, something about Rosales' testimony didn't add up. Autopsy reports showed that her nephew had suffered repeated impacts. This did not fit with Rosales' take on the incident. Eventually, she cracked. Rosales revealed to the court that she'd been lying. She hadn't accidentally or deliberately killed her nephew. She was hiding the identity of the real killer, whom she cared deeply about. But enough was enough. All along, Rosales had been protecting her sister, Jamie Lee. She told the court that her sister had repeatedly abused and neglected her son. It was being hit by a hairbrush that caused the little boy's death. Rosales' sister was eventually sentenced to 15 years in jail. For Rosales, the court ordeal was over, but another test was about to begin. Indeed, she had admitted to the court that she had taken the blame for her nephew's death because she thought her life was finished anyway. But after her acquittal, Rosales was determined to shift her enormous weight and begin a new life. She sought the help of a specialist in Houston, knowing that it would be a long journey. Incredibly, within a week, Rosales was able to shift 100 pounds. But that was just the tip of the iceberg. She'd soon undergo numerous operations as surgeons removed folds of skin and tumors. And while that initial 100 pounds was a great start, Rosales needed to lose another 500 pounds before she could undergo gastric bypass surgery safely. She thus opted for a low-fat, high-protein diet to help her shed the pounds. Incredibly, after several years of hard work and 11 surgical procedures, Rosales has lost an astonishing 800 pounds. And her amazing achievement hasn't gone unnoticed. For instance, she's amassed over 53,000 followers on Facebook. She's now healthier than ever. "I think it's a miracle that I'm healthy," she told ABC News. "I'm alive. I'm not diabetic. I don't have high cholesterol. I don't have high blood pressure. I'm healthy." Her life has drastically changed since she dedicated herself to losing weight. She divorced her husband in 2013. She wanted to stay in the United States while he wanted to be closer to his family in Mexico. And she started dating again. At 200 pounds, Rosales is now almost unrecognizable from the woman who was propelled to notoriety in 2008. "I have to eat to live," she told ABC 13 News, but it was living to eat, and now it's just something normal. Her amazing transformation has put an inspiring twist on a tragic story. Please don't forget to subscribe and activate the bell to receive everything that's new.